want to feel anyone can feel comfortable here without having to take we want people to take their shoes off and just relax. Not
The man who turns lottery wins into fairy tales is now the headline himself. David Bromstad, beloved star of My Lottery Dream Home, has a new story that has fans buzzing with excitement. It's not about paint colors or dream mansions this time, it's about him. And the latest update has everyone asking the same question. What's next? Let's find out. Colorful path to wealth and success. David Bromstad is known for using vibrant colors, energetic designs, and creativity that can transform any room. He is recognized by millions for brightening up homes on HGTV. However, there is more to his success than just his charming smile and artistic touch. Bromstad's career is not limited to decorating on TV. He has worked hard to build a strong financial base that extends beyond the small screen. Throughout his career, Bromstad has leveraged his passion and talent to create a successful empire, generating wealth through multiple avenues and skillfully managing them. Television is the key to his success. His appearances on HGTV are what made him famous and wealthy. However, when you examine it more closely, you will see that TV is just a small piece of the puzzle. He is not only a performer, he is also a savvy businessman who recognizes the significance of creating various opportunities beyond just being on screen. His business reaches beyond television because he realized from the start that relying on just one cause of income wouldn't lead to long-term success. Bromstad is known for his unique brand, characterized by bright, playful, and joyful style. His colorful identity has evolved into a recognizable and marketable brand. Instead of just designing interiors, he has created a visual personality that resonates with people. Various companies have recognized his appeal and have partnered with him to create products that reflect his style. His designs, from furniture to paint lines, have made their way into the homes of many fans. Through licensing agreements, his brand continues to expand even without his direct involvement. Each product sold generates income and contributes to his overall wealth. This passive income stream showcases how his creativity has been turned into a successful business. However, his business vision goes beyond just branding. Bromstad has also ventured into real estate, which has turned out to be quite lucrative. He owns multiple properties, some of which he rents out for investment purposes. Investing in real estate is a great way to accumulate wealth, as it combines regular rental earnings with long-term property appreciation. By renting out his properties, he generates a steady stream of income while also benefiting from the property's increasing in value over time. Even though the full extent of his real estate holdings is kept private, experts believe that these investments play a significant role in his wealth. The mystery surrounding his real estate investments adds an intriguing element to his financial profile, leading onlookers to speculate about the size of his property portfolio. Bromstad stands out not only because of his talent and luck, but also because he combines his creativity with careful financial management. He has a clear strategy behind his work. Having talent opens doors, but being smart with money is what helps him achieve long-term success. Managing wealth is just as crucial to him as designing. He may have a team of financial experts helping him, but it is clear that he is dedicated to protecting and expanding his accomplishments. Tax planning is crucial for wealthy individuals looking to grow their finances. By using effective strategies, they can lower their tax liabilities and preserve more of their earnings. These tactics help them maintain control over their wealth and reinvest it in opportunities for further growth. Diversification is also important for ensuring stability. Instead of putting all their money into one type of investment, such as real estate or product licensing, it is recommended to spread investments across different areas. A well-rounded portfolio typically includes a mix of stocks, bonds, and alternative assets to help balance risks. For individuals like Bromstad, this diversified approach serves as an extra layer of protection to maintain wealth strength regardless of market fluctuations. Due to the complexity of his financial situation, the exact amount of money he has always been a topic of debate. Various reports have presented different numbers over the years, but none have provided a complete overview. Recently, a more detailed examination suggests that his wealth is much larger than previously thought, By taking into account his earnings from television, licensing agreements, property investments, and financial strategies, experts estimate that his fortune is in the tens of millions of dollars. Although the exact figure is unknown, this approximation demonstrates the success of his various business endeavors. The discrepancy between earlier reports and the current analysis illustrates the challenge of determining the wealth of a person with multifaceted income. It also highlights how Bromstad has quietly grown his financial empire with great success. His story is more than just about money. It's also about having a clear vision and the determination to achieve it. Bromstad has demonstrated the skill of turning creativity into opportunities and those opportunities into long-term security at every stage of his career. Starting with design, he has branched out into various fields such as creating products, real estate, and making smart investments. While his vibrant style may catch people's eye, it is his thoughtful planning that guarantees his success is not short-lived. His ability to blend artistry with business acumen is what makes him stand out from the rest. His journey is inspiring because it demonstrates what is achievable for others. A lot of artists and creative people have difficulty finding stability, but Bromstad shows that creativity can lead to lasting success with the proper approach. The Dream Home and TV Journey. HGTV has not yet announced any new specials with David Bromstad, but he is still staying connected with his fans. His show, My Lottery Dream Home, returned in July with its 18th season. The series continues to captivate viewers as they watch winners achieve their dream of owning a home after hitting it big. While the season was full of excitement and heartwarming moments, it has now concluded. Another show on HGTV, Retta's Scariest House in America, will premiere on September 19th in the Friday night time slot. Many fans are still aware of a different aspect of Bromstad's career that was featured on TV before the recent schedule change. In 2021, he shared his personal journey on a special episode called My Lottery Dream Home, David's Dream Home. Bromstad has long been known for assisting others in finding their dream homes, but this time the focus was on his search. Rather than guiding others through the process, he took the plunge into his exciting venture. He found the perfect home in Orlando during his search. The house was a cozy Tudor style with 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. It wasn't just another property he was showcasing, but a place he believed could be the heart of his life. Bromstad wanted a house that was move-in ready and did not require a lot of work. However, even if he found the perfect house, he would still want to put his creative touch on it by adding color and changing the design. He joked that he would find ways to paint walls, remodel rooms, and make adjustments, even if the house was brand new. At his core, he is an artist who leaves his personal flair and beauty wherever he goes. The Tudor home meant more to Bromstad than just a building with 4 walls. It was a cause of peace, comfort, and warmth for him. He often described the atmosphere inside as tranquil, serene, and inviting. Anyone who visited could feel the laid-back vibes, as if the house exuded a sense of happiness. It soon became an ideal place for get-togethers, meals, and celebrations. Bromstad has always enjoyed hosting guests, and this home provided him the perfect setting to do so effortlessly. The backyard in particular had a unique charm, offering opportunities for outdoor activities and memorable evenings under the night sky. When he considered the significance of the home, he described it as his current aspiration. He wasn't in a hurry to plan for the future or a new location. Rather, he was savoring the joy of discovering a home that felt perfect. It wasn't just about aesthetics or size. It was about feeling like he belonged. He did not want to sell the house because it was special to him. He saw it as a long-term investment and family heirloom to pass down through generations. The neighborhood also had a strong sense of tradition, where homes were treasured and not often sold, but rather passed down within families. This connection made the house even more meaningful to him as it tied him to a legacy of community and love that went beyond his personal history. During this experience, fans saw Bromstad in a new way. They usually see him supporting others enthusiastically, but his search brought out even more emotions. A mysterious photo and his journey to healing. On May 14, 2025, David Bromstad, popular host of My Lottery Dream Home, posted something on his Instagram stories that made many of his fans worried. The post was different from his usual happy updates, as it was a mysterious photo that raised concern among his followers. In the picture, Bromstad looked drastically different compared to his usual vibrant self as a designer. His eyes were barely open. He appeared to be resting heavily on a large pillow, and there was an oxygen tube in his nose. The photo seemed delicate and peaceful, with no explanation or words provided about his situation. Fans who saw the image were left with numerous questions. Was he unwell? Was he in trouble? Why did he share such a mysterious photo? The quietness of the picture spoke volumes, causing many to feel concerned. For someone like Bromstad, who usually doesn't share personal updates and prefers to keep his private life out of the spotlight online, this one post seemed out of the ordinary and impactful. It had enough emotion to start discussions, messages, and rumors among his fans. His fans, who appreciate his happy personality on TV, couldn't help but feel protective. The photo caused concern, and people couldn't stop thinking about it even after it was gone from their social media feeds. The next day, on May 15th, Bromstad wanted to calm everyone's worries. He posted another photo on his Instagram stories, this time from inside an airplane. His energy was playful and his face was bright with a wink at the camera, showing that he wanted to cheer up from his previous post. In this new post, he included a cheerful message. He mentioned that the previous photo was taken in a hyperbaric chamber, where oxygen therapy is given to help the body heal. With his usual positivity, he reassured his followers that he was doing well, healthy, and thriving. Hyperbaric chambers are enclosed spaces that are used for hyperbaric oxygen therapy, also known as HOT. This treatment can speed up the healing process for certain conditions like wounds that won't heal, infections in tissues with low oxygen levels, carbon monoxide poisoning, and gangrene. When a person is inside one of these chambers, they breathe in pure oxygen at higher air pressure levels than normal. This helps the blood absorb more oxygen, which is beneficial for tissue repair and restoring proper body function. Bromstad declared that he decided to undergo this therapy to rejuvenate his mind and body, not due to any urgent situation. He made it known to his fans that he was in good health and concentrating on improving his well-being. His message was filled with appreciation, love, and gratitude, emphasizing that he was not just okay, but thriving. The heartfelt message he shared in his update showed his appreciation for the support and affection his followers had shown him. Bromstad's vulnerability at this moment is connected to the personal growth he has been experiencing in recent years. When he reached the age of 50 in August 2023, he shared some rare insights about the changes taking place in his life. Instead of his usual fun-loving image on screen, his posts about his milestone birthday showed a more profound side to his journey. He openly talked about finally achieving a sense of peace within himself, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. He felt grounded and complete for the first time in a long time. During that summer, Bromstad marked a special year by going to Norway, a country that has a connection to his heritage. It wasn't just a regular trip, but a meaningful journey for him. He wanted to feel linked to his ancestors by discovering their homeland, and in doing so, he found aspects of himself that he had been looking for. One significant part of this trip was when he decided to tackle the well-known Rheinebringen hike. The Rheinebringen Trail is not an easy hike. It is a steep climb of 2,000 feet straight up, which can be difficult even for experienced hikers. Bromstad, who is afraid of heights, found the climb to be more than just a physical challenge. Every step up the steep hill was also a step through his fears, doubts, and past. He later described how emotional the experience was, saying that the tears he cried at the summit were not just from relief, but from something more profound and symbolic. The mountain symbolized his life experiences. Even though he felt fear, he turned it into success. He stood on the challenging path, arms open wide, closing his eyes and taking in every moment. The journey helped him release old errors and regrets, to stop carrying the burden of the past, and to focus on the present. His tears did not sign of weakness but of understanding. Reaching the top of Rheinebringen was a transformative experience for Bromstad. It wasn't just about overcoming his fear of heights, but also about overcoming the emotional burden he had carried for years. He had faced challenges in his life, but he planned to reveal more about them at the right time. Right now, the hike showed his capability to confront obstacles and emerge stronger. It demonstrated his strength, bravery, and his determination to live purposefully. He said that just being on the trail, even if he did not make it to the top, made him feel truly alive. He realized that every moment was beautiful and meaningful, no matter how tough things got. This feeling of being in the moment gave him strength, concentration, and a sense of direction. He was no longer held back by regrets or burdened by past errors. Instead, he was starting fresh, feeling rejuvenated by being sober, clear-minded, and thankful. Bromstad's personal reflections give us a peek into the man behind the camera. He puts his heart and soul into creating dream homes for lottery winners, while also striving to build his dream life. His honesty about his journey to sobriety and self-discovery has inspired many people, proving that even those who bring happiness to others have their struggles. Despite everything he has been through, he still appears on television. My Lottery Dream Home is still shown on HGTV every Friday night, where Bromstad helps winners find their dream houses. His charm, originality, and endless enthusiasm are still defining elements of the show. But viewers are now learning there is more to him than just being funny. The sweet but painful journey behind his bright smile. David Bromstad is a TV personality who always shines when he's on screen. Right from the start, he caught everyone's attention with his charm, warmth, and creativity. He got his start on HGTV's Design Star and quickly made a name for himself by giving each challenge his all. Every week, he not only showed off his talent, but also his positive attitude. When he won the competition, it opened up new opportunities for him. He was given his own show on HGTV, and that's when his career took off. After gaining fame as a successful contestant, he came back to guide new participants on future seasons of Design Star, supporting young designers in their pursuit of success. He then found his niche as the host of My Lottery Dream Home, where he accompanies lottery winners in their search for their dream home. His enthusiasm and imagination make each episode enjoyable for viewers. David has always had a distinct style. He blends bright colors with elements of fantasy, yet ensures his designs are practical and suitable for everyday living. His education at the Ringling School of Art and Design played a significant role in defining his creative vision. It equipped him with the abilities to transform ordinary spaces into magical, yet realistic environments. Through his appearances on HGTV over the years, he has established a strong presence. His shows, such as Color Splash and Rock the Block, bring joy, coziness, and motivation to numerous viewers. David is not just a TV personality, he also makes a difference when not on screen. As part of the LGBTQ+ community, he openly talks about his identity and helps others. He uses his fame to support equality and acceptance, not just for design. This bravery is what makes him popular as both a designer and a person. However, beneath the happy exterior that fans love, there is a personal history marked by difficult times, hardships, and pain. Despite his current achievements, he faced many obstacles along the way. His journey demonstrates that even the most popular celebrities have faced difficult times in the past. David's childhood was different from his current life. He had trouble fitting in and was not popular at school. Moving to a new city made it even harder for him as he had to start over in a new place. It was almost impossible for him to make new friends, and instead of being included, he was often excluded. School stopped being a place of education and turned into a place filled with suffering. Every morning he felt anxious and scared. He was aware that he would face teasing, being laughed at, and hearing mean words. He was constantly made fun of, and no matter how hard he tried, the bullying continued. This experience had a long-lasting impact on him, leaving emotional scars that lasted for years. He continued to move forward despite the suffering he experienced. Even when he wanted to stay home, he forced himself to get up, get dressed, and go to school. Simply surviving those difficult days gave him strength, even though he did not always understand how he did it. The hurtful words and insults he endured had a lasting impact on him, influencing his perspective of the world and himself. The scars from those challenging times became a part of his life story, but they did not determine his future. David made a choice to not let his painful memories bring him down. he decided to turn them into something positive by helping other kids who may be going through similar struggles. David started raising awareness about bullying and its harmful effects through his actions and influence. He demonstrated his dedication by backing Safe Schools South Florida, an organization that aims to make schools safer for all children, regardless of their gender or sexual orientation. To show his support, David gave $5,000 to the cause, which came from his personal experiences of being bullied as a child. Having experienced the fear and loneliness firsthand, he wanted to prevent others from going through the same thing. His influence was significant, both as a TV star and as a survivor of bullying. By sharing his story, he inspired many young individuals who were facing similar challenges. David's actions served as a reminder that achieving success and fame doesn't make past pain disappear. He still remembered being mocked, harassed, and feeling unworthy. Instead of concealing these painful memories, he accepted them as part of his reality. He transformed his pain into empathy and took action to overcome it. His decision shows how resilient he is. Most people only see the flashy parts of his life, like his TV shows, fashion creations, and positive attitude. But understanding the hardships he overcame makes his achievements even more motivating. He came from a tough background and created a life that not only appreciates beauty and art, but also aims to spread kindness. David's narrative illustrates how pain and happiness can coexist simultaneously. His laughter conceals the strength of someone who has faced cruelty but still opted to smile. His achievements reflect the bravery of someone who did not allow adversity to dictate his life. He embraces both his skills and his past openly, positioning him not only as an admirable designer, but also as a person deserving of respect. Many fans enjoy watching him lead families through beautiful homes on TV, but they may not know the true extent of his personal journey. The vibrant homes he helps create represent his belief in hope, beauty, and possibility, even in tough times. His designs exude joy because he understands the struggle of facing difficult situations. David Bromstad is unique because of his talent for design and compassion. He knows the importance of making safe places, both at home and in neighborhoods. His experiences have led him to want to bring positivity to difficult situations. His support for Safe Schools South Florida wasn't just money, it was a symbol of care for all children. David experienced bullying and cruelty during his formative years, which was a difficult time for him. However, he turned this suffering into something positive by being resilient, kind, and continuing to move forward. This attitude is what endears him to his fans, who see him not just as a host but as a remarkable individual. Every time David appears on screen, his happiness seems real because he has worked hard for it. David Bromstad's journey of struggles and self-acceptance. David Bromstad, a talented and creative star who is well known from television, has experienced both successes and failures in his life. Despite his vibrant designs and happy demeanor, there were times of sadness, challenges, and tough decisions that influenced the person he is today. His story of love, self-discovery, and bravery shows his resilience and authenticity that has endeared him to many fans. One of the most discussed events in David's personal life was his highly publicized split with his long-term partner, Jeffrey Glasgow. They began dating in 2004, and their relationship evolved into a personal and professional partnership. Jeffrey became the chief operating officer of David Bromstad LLC, playing a crucial role in managing projects. For over a decade, they worked together and shared both their personal and professional lives. Love stories do not always have a happy ending like people hope. In 2015, the couple broke up after being together for over 10 years. The split was not peaceful. Soon after, Jeffrey took legal action against David, making their previously private relationship a public scandal. Court documents described a heartbreaking situation, with Jeffrey claiming that David had broken a verbal agreement and mishandled their shared finances. The lawsuit mentioned emotional and financial suffering, as well as accusations of reckless behavior that were presented to the court. However, Jeffrey did not win the case. The judge in the Miami-Dade Circuit Court threw out the lawsuit, saying the claims were shocking. David felt relieved by the dismissal because he and his team believed the accusations were untrue and fueled by desperation. This situation demonstrated how even close relationships can disintegrate in a messy, public, and heartbreaking manner. It also highlighted the difficulties of combining romance with business, as the end of a relationship can result in legal battles that go beyond just feelings. Although the legal proceedings were over, the impact of that difficult time still affected David. Instead of allowing it to shape him, he decided to keep pushing forward. He focused on his job, stayed positive for his supporters, and continued to produce designs that brought happiness. This was a clear example of his ability to bounce back, something he had demonstrated many times before. David's personal life has always been interesting to people, not just because of his relationships, but also because he is open about being gay. Now he is proud to be openly gay and secure in who he is. However, it was not easy for him to reach this level of confidence. He grew up in Minnesota in a traditional Christian family, facing challenges that are familiar to many people in similar situations. In the 1980s, it was difficult for people to be themselves because the environment was not supportive. For a young man named David, it was scary to be honest about his true identity. His classmates were mean to him, and he was often bullied at school. Even adults made fun of him, not realizing the harm they were causing. These experiences made him feel lonely and afraid, making it hard for him to fully accept himself. Strength is often acquired through enduring hardships, and for David, accepting himself took a long time. It wasn't until 2006, when he was on a design show, that he found the courage to openly admit his truth. Another contestant on the show questioned his sexuality, prompting David to confess that he was gay. This honest declaration signaled a fresh start for David. Appearing on national TV to reveal his true self was scary, yet liberating for David. It marked the moment he finally embraced his identity. He acknowledged that it had taken him over a decade to fully love himself, as he had to overcome the values he was brought up with. However, after accepting himself, he found a newfound sense of freedom. By no longer concealing who he truly is, he can now proudly showcase his distinctiveness. Today, he confidently displays his uniqueness through tattoos and a daring fashion sense, embracing the same characteristics that once made him feel out of place. His personal journey did not end with accepting himself. David also decided to speak out for others. He has helped the LGBTQ+ community through fundraisers and campaigns to promote awareness and equality. Being a successful, openly gay figure in the entertainment industry, he has inspired many people. Challenges also came up in his advocacy work. In 2013, David agreed to be the host of the Red Shield Redesign Bash in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This event was put together by the Salvation Army and involved designers turning trash into furniture. David served as a judge at the event with the goal of making a positive impact. However, some of his supporters were upset by his involvement with the Salvation Army due to past allegations of discrimination against the LGBTQ+ community. The choice caused disagreements. Some thought that by taking part, the organization got recognition it shouldn't have, but others backed his effort to create connections. David said he saw the event as a positive move, a chance to promote advancement instead of isolating himself. His method demonstrated his support for communication and working together, even when there were conflicting views. Some reactions to David's involvement were positive. One openly gay employee at the Salvation Army was thankful for his support, seeing it as a sign of hope for change and improved understanding through building relationships. This demonstrates that despite facing criticism, David's actions were still meaningful and had an impact. When you look at David Bromstad's life, you see more than just a talented designer. His journey includes experiences of love, heartbreak, and struggles both externally and internally.